Ay, nako. Landit up. If they want to leave, be the one to open the door. Why should you just let go of people who no longer want to be in your life? How can letting go be liberating? How would you know if a connection is worth it to fight for or not? Where can we draw the line between fighting for the person you love and letting go for your own good? So in this episode of Landian with Dani, you're gonna know. Hey there, my pretty butterflies. I'm Dani, and welcome to the Landian with Dani podcast, aka the first and only, I think, flirting-focused podcast in the Philippines. Wow! Yeah, move on pa din ako. Ang weird. Like, it's so weird having a crush in your mid-20s. I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm 25. I feel like I'm just 19, guys. Or 20. Mid-20s? That's crazy. Anyway, it's so weird having a crush at this age kasi kapag andito ka na sa edad na to, I don't know but I think for a lot of us, we're already ready to settle in. Ako, I had a projection in my mind before that I would have a fiancé or get married at 25, have kids at 27, then go to Disneyland with my kids at 30. But that's not gonna be a possibility right now. So here we are having crushes at this age, and it's so funny kasi parang I feel like crushes is very high school. Alam mo yung parang nakita ko yung crush ko kanina, ikikwento mo sa friends mo, girl. Alam mo yung parang simple happy crush, bigla na siyang nade-develop into something serious because you're already ready na nga to settle in. Yung mga people that you develop crushes or you develop feelings for, these aren't just surface level anymore kasi kinoconsider mo na sila to be your partner, to be like the father of your children, the one who would lead your family. I started this episode with that tone. Medyo hindi siya ganun ka excited, Dani, cause I'm actually moving on from a crush. It's so weird because before, when I was being asked by people na kailan ka magjojowa, I would always tell them, I think I am ready to be in a relationship. It's just that no one is coming into my life yet, or I haven't met someone who I think or who I feel would be my partner or would be my future husband. And ngayon kasi, I date to marry. Okay, I would date around first date na maraming iba't ibang tao. Pero isi-second date kita kapag feeling ko gusto kitang jowain. And kapag at this age, kapag gusto kitang jowain, that means I'm considering you for my future. To build a home, to build a house, to build a family. It's so weird because the crush that I had recently, we haven't even talked for a very, very long period of time. It's just a fleeting surface level conversation. And I kept on telling my friends, I feel like pag na-meet ko siya, mafe-feel ko. I'm not saying that I felt like this person would be my husband. It's just that when I met this person, there was just a deep feeling in my heart na I wanted us to be more than friends. So I had that type of feeling. But I didn't fall in love. I don't think I fell in love kasi very surface level. We didn't hold hands. We didn't hug. We didn't kiss. Walang nangyaring ganon. Then our conversations were very, saan ka nag-graduate? Anong org mo? Anong work mo? Yung ganon lang. But then, na-friend zone nga ako. So parang, I don't know why I'm feeling sad or I feel so rejected, but I feel like I saw the potential in that connection. Kaya nung pinuto niya agad very early on, I was like, sayang. Di man lang tayo nag-date because we were just together whenever our friend group was together. But anyway, so this is why I'm making this episode, because I realized that if someone wants to leave, you have to open the door for them to leave, allow them to leave. Kasi I have been in a relationship also before na gusto na niya umalis, gusto na niya kumawala, because I admit I have had my toxic phase na sobrang seloso ako, sobrang controlling ako as a girlfriend. So hindi na niya nagagawa yung mga simple things na gusto niyang gawin, even hang out with girl na friends, pinipigilan ko siya. Which, as I grew older, I realized na parang, oh my God, that's so toxic. You stopping your relationship from hanging out with his friends is borderline possessive, and it's giving insecure energy. Because that's who I was before. I was very insecure to the point na even if my ex would talk to our mutual friend, the girl, I would get mad. Girl, what are you mad for? They're just talking like normal human beings do. And it's crazy. And this is why I tell you guys to flirt while you're young, to put yourself out there, kasi hindi mo ma-realize yung mga lessons na to. And advice from people, advice from social media can only make you, I don't know, have these ideas, but you wouldn't actually learn the lessons if you don't put yourself out there. For example, the doctors or like the athletes, they can study as much as they want, theoretical stuff, but when it comes to the application, they have to actually do it for them to learn. So that's also like you. Again, we are flirting athletes. Put yourself out there. Answering the question, yun na nga. Why should you just let go of people who no longer want to be in your life? Honestly, I feel like you have to let go even if alam mong masakit, even if alam mong hindi mo na kaya. If you start to be controlling kasi, either you or that person would lose themselves in the relationship. For example na lang, this guy, if I did not let the guys who wanted to leave me, if I didn't let them leave, I wouldn't feel secure in the relationship kasi alam kong there's a part of them that wants to leave. You don't want to settle with a person who wants to not be with you. Luging-lugi ka na doon. Hindi ka na nga niya gusto, pipilit mo pa, so may insecure ka lang. Like, that would just increase your anxiety, that would just increase your worry, that would just increase your insecurity. So why would you want to stay? Let that person go. If you are scared of having heartbreak because you're letting that connection go, imagine if tumagal pa tong connection na to, you just lose yourself. Like, mawawala mo na lang yung self mo kasi mababaliw ka na lang. Lagi kang nag-aalala. Like, you cannot ever stop a person from doing something that they want to do. Bantayan mo pa yung cellphone niyan, bantayan mo yung location niyan, bantayan mo yung social media niyan. Kung gusto, may paraan. Always. That's why cheating happens sometimes, because gusto nilang gawin nila. But what I'm saying is, wag mo pilitin yung someone to stay if they actually show and say that they don't want to be in that relationship anymore or in that connection anymore. Siguro, look at it as in a different mindset na lang. Again, I always tell you guys, switch the mindset, because again, you cannot control situations. You can only control yourself. Switch your mindset. Instead of being scared of letting go, find the beauty of letting go. Because letting go means you're opening up a new door or a new space for new people to come in. Let's say, okay, gusto na niya umalis, buksan mo yung pinto, palabasin mo siya, allow other opportunities to come into your life, allow other spaces for growth, rediscover yourself. Paano kung matagal na kayo in a relationship? Let's say all your entire 20s, you spent your life with this person thinking that this person would be your end-all be-all, marriage, family type, pero at the end of all those years, ayaw niya pala to be with you, diba? So, if una pa lang na-feel mo na ayaw na niya in that connection, or if ikaw na nakikinig, ayaw mo na to be in that connection, exit na. What if, sabi mo sa sarili mo, okay, I'm gonna fight for it. I'm gonna fight for this relationship. I know so many people na both family and friends who told me na, I just want to fight for this relationship talaga. Then after 7 years, they still broke up. Edi sana, in that 7 years, nung second year pa lang na nalaman mo, that person isn't invested anymore in that relationship, edi sana you already cut it off kasi magbe-break din naman kayo na 7th year. Edi sana, you put yourself out there, you focused on yourself, you loved yourself more in the 5 years. Nung nalaman mo pa lang by the second year na ayaw na niya. Every time you release someone who doesn't want to stay, parang you're opening up a room for people to enter, for people who want to stay to enter. Again, every time you release someone who doesn't want to stay, you're creating room for people who do. Kasi grabe talaga, when it comes to love, nakakatakot kasi nagiging tanga tayo. Yeah, we become stupid when we love. And we don't realize that sometimes we lose ourselves in the process of loving other people. That's what I want us to avoid. Kasi again, diba, we always talk about self-worth, self-love, self-awareness or something. And it comes with that. Again, what you're not changing, you're choosing. Nakikita nyo yan, siguro naman nakikita nyo yan online. What you're not changing, you're choosing. Kung ano yung hindi mo binabago, pinipili mo. So if you choose someone who doesn't choose you holding on to someone who wants to let you go is you choosing to accept the treatment. Kapag pinipilit mo at pinipili mo to be with someone na ayaw naman sa'yo, that's also a reflection of how you see yourself. Oh my gosh, whoever's listening to this, if you're still forcing that person to be in your life, kahit naman ayaw na niya, do you love yourself enough? Kasi if your answer is you love yourself enough, you wouldn't let this type of treatment stay in your life. Ayaw niya na nga sa'yo, ipipilit mo pa? No. Let go of that partner if that partner doesn't want to choose you. Kapag habol ka ng habol, may tendency na makalimutan mo kung sino ka talaga. Kasi if you're desperate to be with someone, if gustong-gusto mo to stay in someone's life, or if gusto mo na this someone would stay in your life, you would do whatever it takes for this person not to leave. AKA, you will choose to change your entire personality. You would choose to change how you live para lang hindi ka iwan ng taong to. Isn't that sad? That is so sad if you think about it. You being desperate for their attention would make you a people pleaser in a sense na you would do anything and everything just to make that person stay. Magugulat ka na lang once everything is over, you lost yourself. Masyado mo nang iniba kung sino ka talaga. Mawawala mo na yung identity mo. Mawawala mo na yung sarili mo. That person was already in the process of wanting to let you go. So that would eventually happen in the future. Pag nangyari na yun in the future, pinahaba mo pa. Ano nang natira sa'yo? Wala. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. The person that becomes desperate for attention, that is not you. And that shouldn't be you. You shouldn't let yourself be that person. Kung natatakot kang masaktan, okay lang yan. Pain is part of life. Do not run away from it. A relationship should make you feel at home most of the time. Alam kong may mga challenges in relationships, but again, if the challenges outweigh the good memories, pag sobra na yung challenges na hirap ka na hindi ka na natutuwa sa relasyon nyo, bakit ka pa nandyan? You're entering relationships to feel love, to feel seen, to feel at home, to feel comfort. If that relationship no longer feels that way, go ahead. Either you walk out the door or let them walk out the door. The moment you feel na nakukulong ka na or gusto mong i-restrict or ikulong partner mo, you have to start thinking twice. The moment that one of you starts restricting the other, tanongin mo na sarili mo, where is this coming from? Why are we feeling this? Why am I feeling this? Why do I want to restrict you? When you start having those thoughts, pinpoint mo, is it your problem? Is it my problem? Or is it something that I did for this relationship to be, I don't know, toxic? Or is it something that you did that's why I'm like this? Because yung mga ganyan, yung mga bintangan or like being insecure in a relationship, that starts from something. Lalo na if you started the relationship na okay naman kayo. Okay, you can have like obstacles, you can have challenges. But if hindi ka na talaga makahanap ng way para solusyonan yung problem na yan, you need to start to think twice. But ang bigat na episode na to. I'm so sorry if you wanted to listen to this and like wanted enlightenment and wanted to laugh, but ako rin, medyo nabigatan. So yeah, I hope whoever is watching this na you're in a relationship, either you're the one who doesn't want to let go or you're the one who wants to go. I hope may na-contribute to sa thought process mo on what you need to do in that connection. I'm so sorry if this podcast is so heavy, but at the end of the day, please focus on yourself, focus on your feelings, love yourself more. Whenever you flirt, kapag lumalandi ka, make sure that you're happy doing it. Yes, because flirting is the initial stage before a romantic stage, before a romantic relationship. So flirting should be fun. Oh my God, Landian, tas ganito yung topic. Anyway, know your worth, okay? Love yourself. I love you, whoever's listening to this. I pray and I hope that you would have clarity of mind, you would have wisdom, and you would have discernment on what to do in your connection if you resonate with this podcast episode. So again, if you're listening on Spotify, don't forget to follow and leave a 5-star rating and comment your realizations or your Landi realizations below. And if you're listening on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share on your story, share on your My Days. Tag me at Dani Buenvenida, Dani, DANIBUENVENIDA, or at Landian with Dani on Instagram. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Always keep your head up high and learn from troubles that pass you by. Landi responsibly. Love you. Mwah.